Hey guys, this is just a quick video to test some of my settings and actually do some work on making a better product for you. But I also really need some help. I need some help establishing this whole sun phenomenon that we have occurring. So anything that you can do. Hey Realist, good afternoon, and thank you for joining. Realist, I need help in this whole sun phenomenon. Hey Joe, how are you? Good morning from Spain, and this live is only going to be for about 20 more minutes because I have to pay the bills and do some work. So but I just need help on establishing the credibility of what we talked about for the last 2 days, really, that the sun is moving. Not moving. The sun is super far north. I checked yesterday at the end of the stream, and I looked, I'm like, holy begonias. It is farther north than the solstice marker that I have. The sun is further north than that. And I was just doing a window gaze, but on tonight's stream, I'm going to, get up, let y'all talk, and I'm going to go look at where the sun is versus the solstice marker here in Muxía. So yeah, the weather has been insane. So I need help there. Also, Leak Project, who is a subscriber and someone who is brilliant and has done a lot of work themselves, did an upload yesterday that really caught my eye. And I don't have a link to it, but you'll be able to see it when I set it up here in the video. That he found some really old petroglyphs, super old, and it is a it's American Indians, I would say. Let's see. Nope, that's not what I want. And these petroglyphs are incredibly old. So let's see if I can bring this up. Google Chrome. Yep, that should be it right there. All right. Let's see if this pulls up. And no, it's not doing what I want. I'll have to play with that a little more. But I will if you go to subscriber Leak LEAK space project and look at his recent stream, which is petroglyphs panel on the side of a road in Colorado. He captures the double swirl that we see so often in many ancient petroglyphs. And it is a swirl, and then it connects to another swirl. And it's always in a place that has ancient and sacred petroglyphs, not just in North America, but around the world. This is really one of the designs that caught electrical engineers' eyes to have them establish not established, but really chase down the theory of the electric universe, which is just not even a theory anymore. I mean, it's just sustained. It's sustained. It's sustained law. It's provable in the laboratory and is visible in the naked eye. So, so the electric universe is a very real thing. The incredible swirls that we see all over the world may in fact be a representation of the comets starting their process of of having their like electrical charges start to swirl together. So as they come together, they're going to be connecting. There's going to be their like electrical charges as that capacitor buildup begins. So I keep saying we'll probably see something the 20th, 21st, 22nd, maybe the 21st or 22nd. We'll start to see the connectivity of those two comets. Electrical fields start to envelop each other. And then as they pass each other and leave is when the boom on the 23rd or the 24th will occur, in my estimation. Yes, they are Birkeland currents. Thank you. I hope you're an electrical engineer, because we really need an electrical engineer's help on this. I'm a network engineer. I've got the basic, but there's a lot of language and a lot of math that I'm missing right now. My observations are true and good. There's observational science, and then there is research science, and then there's engineering. And so engineering benefits from science, but they don't interconnect. Also, please tell me how the resolution is of the video, the quality. Are you having any lags? Anything going on that is making this video bad? And I know I have the starting page still up here. I'm playing with this thing. I've got a limited amount of time to get this video up. Astrophysicist in training. NGC 6543. Welcome. You are a welcome sight in this community. You've just been elevated to the community's astrophysicist in residence. So I've been talking for the last month about the electric universe theory, and that what we see in these comets is not gas and dust, because it's impossible for us from the planet Earth, from the surface of the planet Earth, to be able to see gas and dust way up high. But we would definitely be able to see a charged particle envelope that is created by the rock and dust comet with its weak electromagnetic field, regardless, just by its kinetic energy going through the sun's massive ionized field. That's what creates the light that we see in comets. And the tail that we see, which is always pointing away from the solar wind, which is the charged particles being emitted by the sun, that tail is just a remnants of the charged particles in the vacuum of space. Yeah, I hope the Russian comes in later, Epic. I didn't announce this. This is not announced. All 14 of y'all, welcome. We're going to wrap this one up pretty quick because I've got some work to do today. But at 2 p.m. Eastern, we will have our main live stream. It will go on as long as you guys want it to. As you see, I'm not afraid to talk, and I'm not afraid to use my hands to talk, and no, I'm not a Freemason, although I deeply respect them. Abdul, no. What you will not be seeing are the Birkeland currents. What you will see is the red dawn flash, and you'll have the sound and the EMP. But you will not see the Birkeland currents and the unification of the two massive electric fields. Yeah, I'm right there, NGC. I'm thinking quantum. I'm very much. I would hug and kiss you right now. To have an astrophysicist to actually acknowledge the electrical universe and to be able to speak about it intelligently is, this is a beautiful thing. Chloe Mendoza, hi, bienvenido. Aquí estamos juntos en esto, a ver lo que va a pasar. Pero sí, con los Hopi, ahí estamos. I hope you speak Spanish. Oh, epic! If the sky is nice in the UK, that ought to scare the heck out of you. That is definitely one of the signs of the apocalypse. Journeyman, do I have a degree in space studies? No, and thank God. Because if you go through the academic process, you're not allowed to think. You have to regurgitate. So, Journeyman, I'll do this briefly. Every single NASA web page, every single JPL web page, everything that's tied, every article that's tied into a comet will begin with, in the middle, and end with the fact that comets are made of ice. Now, you go do the actual research on the comets that we've photographed, and there's been many, and there are actually 3 comets that we've landed on. And they show that all asteroids are made of dust and rock. We have not found one single ice-bodied thing out there in space. Not an asteroid, not one. We have not been able to show one. But yet all of academia will tell you that comets are made of ice, and you show them the photographic proof, and they just get mad at you. They tell you don't understand because you don't have a degree. I'm a network engineer by trade, and I'm not a computer network engineer by degree. I earned my network engineering skills in the field. So there's academia, and then there's the field. There's the actual work that's done. And we have long proven that there is a deep divide between academia and what they teach in the classroom and what we actually see in the field. And as a field technician, as a field engineer, and working with large programming companies, I worked for Lucent for quite a long time, had interactions with Dell and Microsoft, and for the most part, what we talked about in the meeting rooms with those vast and large companies was not actually what the field technician was experiencing at the server level, at the network level. And so they were overloading a lot of the products that they were putting out with a bunch of nonsense coming out of committee meetings. And what was put out in the field made no sense to the technicians in the field. And I understood this because I'm a field. When I got to Atlanta, a lot of people were hiring me because of my actual in-depth field skills that they lacked in their boardrooms, not the boardrooms, but in their meeting rooms and in the company. But every time I brought up what was happening in the field, they would just shut me down like most academics shut you down. Don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. You're asking me what it's like in the field? I don't know. I know other people in the field, and what you're saying is just nonsense. Well, why did you hire me? Did you hire me to make me look like an idiot? So no, thank you, dear Lord, that I'm not academically trained, because academia tells you to say a complete fabrication. There's this whole concept of a comet being made of ice is a complete fabrication. I have lost track of what's going on in the comments section. Does anybody disagree with me? If you can disagree with me about a comet being made of ice, I need photographic proof. I don't need text telling me a fairy tale. I need solid in the field science that tells me a comet is made of ice. All right. NGC, you are correct. There has to be dark to see the light. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, this stream will be going down in 4 minutes. So get ready for this afternoon stream, which is at 2 p.m. Eastern time, Eastern USA time. And it will go on as long as we have. I need help establishing that the sun has moved too far right to be normal. So if anybody has any friends who practice the solstice arts, and this is the summer solstice, we need to know where the sun is relative to what they experience in the summer solstice. You know, if anybody is close by Stonehenge for tonight's sunset, that would be the bomb. But I need somebody that can get photographic proof and get it to us by upload somehow. Either email it to me at the Breadcrumbs Project with an S, breadcrumbs, the Breadcrumbs Project at gmail.com. This is my solstice marker where it's been the whole time. These are a couple of years ago. This is, this is when I was a hippie in the 1970s and we're smoking pot, and but this is where it is now, and the sun shouldn't be where it is. That's what I'm looking for. All right, guys. No, NGC, you are correct. The comets will not do physical harm to the planet. They're not going to collide. They're not going to come close to the planet. What they're going to do is cause a massive electrical discharge that's going to cause an EMP. So as the two comets intersect, they're huge electrical fields that is caused by the kinetic energy of their going through the ionized field of the sun is going to begin to do some connecting, some Birkeland currents like NGC 6543 said, and then their fields are going to just grind together, and then as they pull apart is when we're going to go BAM! And then we're going to see a bright red light, because red light travels faster than any other light. And then after that red dawn experience occurs, and the entire globe will experience it because it's going to be a long-lasting experience, then we're going to have a sudden sound that probably will last 60 seconds to maybe 3 minutes. And then finally, the EMP is going to come through. And I'm not going to do a hit like that. The EMP is just going to be something that we won't even feel, but it's going to impact anything that's electric that's not properly secured, and that's going to be, probably at that time 70% of the population. We will have plenty of warning from the government. Most people won't pay attention, as we clearly see, and then the event will happen. NGC 6543, do your research. Yeah, you do know that. You think about it. You've got several hours to think about it. Do the math. You have two things with massive kinetic energy whose fields are going to, without a doubt, interact. They're going to join because they're like charges. They have similar charges, but that kinetic energy is going to when they pull apart and when they leave each other, when those fields leave each other, bam! That's when you're going to have the massive EMP discharge. NGC, come on, man. This is not new. Breadcrumbs Project has been on this for a month, and you don't know anything about my experience, all right? So you got to back down with some of that stuff. I need help in the math. I know what's going to happen politically. And everybody in this live stream can attest to that. All right, guys, I've got to go. Much love. Think good thoughts, say good things, and do good actions. This is my coffee, and cheers. I'll see everybody at 2 p.m. Eastern. Bye.